This brother Kapaya Ayash. Back with a quick little lesson. I'd like to start off by giving all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rikah Kodash, and double honor to the men of Great Millstone that's out there on the highway and byway pushing this truth day in and day out, also pushing the truth over the worldwide internet, reaching for the elect to pull them out of a two-thirds state of mind so that we can be beamed up on those chairs of salvation to live in the kingdom under King David and the supreme King Yahweh, which he has the title and command and authority and rulership over heaven and earth. Though title was given to Yahweh by his father Yahweh. Also, I'm not a member of GMS, but I believe GMS has the 100% truth of the Bible to the Akim and Akawa, which are the men and women that listen, learn, continue to pray for more faith, repent, and fast, and keep the laws and commandments to the best of your ability, as it states in John 14:15. If you love me, keep my commandment. Also, Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh and keep his commandment, for this is the whole duty of man. I want to use this clip from Lively Stone of GMS, the brother Tazaria Bun Yum Yum, and Salaki. As you can tell, I'm at work. Give me 1 second. I'm put it on Do Not Disturb. Yes, and I'm going to use his video, just for visual interpretation, if I'm saying it correctly. Just to let the viewers see the way we look at how televised over in Israel and Iran and who else? All these Dubai. A few months ago, 4 or 5 months ago, and they still fighting over there in Ukraine. You saw, people, the world saw the Scud missiles, blowing up businesses, homes, just tearing up everything, airports, hospitals, and, people here in Babylon, we are visualizing it, we're looking at it, and guess what? The same thing is going to come over here to Babylon, over here to America. And guess what? Those people around the world, over in Africa, over in Australia, Japan, South America, Europe, some parts of, some of these countries are going to watch our demise, our destruction. The Bible, states that Babylon will fall. Malachi 1 and 4, Edom said that they will rebuild. And the Lord said, I will tear it down. He's going to tear it down by those ICB Salakia. I'm kind of excited. Those missiles and chariot fire. So I just wanted to land it back off a video, and I'm gonna read Revelation 18 and 7, and it states here, how much she has glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her. For she said in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow and shall see no sorrow. See, this kingdom is very haughty, prideful, and a lot of people, I just talked to a co-worker of mine about what do you think about the war. Oh, we ain't going to war. Everything gonna be, all right. They're just, just a little fraction of a war. It's not going to be nothing. See, that's Esau. That's Esau thinking right there. Matter of fact, I believe he is Esau. So I didn't even go in depth with him. I just, kind of like looked and kind of, kind of turned my head away from, because he don't know what he's talking about. We are in end time, and Babylon have did so much. The sin reaches up to heaven. So it says here, verse 8, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire, for strong is the Lord Yahweh who judgeth her. The kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they see the smoke of her burning. So these other countries that went to that island with, with Easting, I'll say that. Now, they all going to turn against Babylon, and they going to shoot at Babylon, with their rockets. See, they enjoy, America money, for being wicked. They enjoy, America ways, because a lot of these countries, they want to be like America. That's why America is the biggest melting pot, in the world. Everybody want to be like Mike. Everybody want to be like Mike. Everybody wanted to be like America until you get here. Then you want to go back home because it's a wicked ruler that's over here. Verse 10, standing for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city of Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment. Right? Verse 11, and the merchant of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. The merchant of gold and silver, precious stone and of pearls, and fine linen, and pink, and silk, and scarlet, and all dyed wood, and all matter vessels of ivory, and all matter vessels of most precious wood, and of brass, and iron, and marble, and cinnamon, and odors, and ointment, and frankincense, and wine, and oil, and fine flour, and wheat, and beasts, and sheep, and horses, and chariots, and slaves, and souls of men. I'm going to skip down. Verse 17. For in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster, and all the company in ship and sailors, and as many as trade by sea, stood afar off, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto the great city? And they cast dust on their heads, and cried and weep and wailing, saying, alas, alas, that great city, wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her coastline, for in 1 hour is she made desolate. So what we're visualizing, these cities, like I said, Israel, Slovakia, Israel, Dubai, Iran, and other, countries that are getting hit. We're seeing this, but guess what? They're going to see it on Babylon also with those ICBM missiles. They're going to see chariot fire. They're going to see from afar. This right here is not going to be nothing compared to what Babylon is going to receive. See, just like we visualizing this here, you're going to see mass fire. That mushroom fire. We haven't seen any mushroom fire like you saw on those pictures with the atom bomb. You might see a little mushroom fire, but it's small. But there's no strong wind blowing from it, knocking down buildings, causing fire for 30, 40 miles out. Mass destruction. We're not witnessing that right now, but we are witnessing, these Scud missiles flying through the city, destroying businesses, family homes, parks, stadiums, airports. That's what we visualizing right now. But the lights are still on. You don't see a lot of fire right now. I mean, you see explosions, but when it happened to Babylon, it's gonna be fire all over the nation, not just in certain parts of the country. This is little compared to what we're about to, not Yahweh Desire, I hope and pray that I'm part of the elect, that we'll be out of here looking down over the fire of Babylon. You do not want to be in the midst of this fire, of this destruction. Give a little volume.
Okay. Yo! Ja, bne, zvono. Yo, אני בהלם. אני בהלם. יו. אני בשוק. אני פאקינג בשוק.
See, this man here, he just says he's effing shock. He's effing shock. Listen, you're not going to be able to video. I'm talking about here in Babylon. When Yahweh come, he's going to come, destroying the north, the country from the north, which is Babylon. Right? People from other countries, they're going to see the fear on our faces. They're going to see. Check this out. Let me just show you this right here. 2 Kings 13, and we started 3. And I beheld, and lo, that man Yahweh waxed strong with thousands of heaven, the angels, and when he turned his countenance to look, all things trembled that were seen unto him. See, these people here, they're afraid, but the deal is, you still have some people on their phone knowing that the city getting blown up with these Scud missiles. You still got people and high risers. They'll be one of the first places you want to get up out of there, because once those bombs hit it, that building most definitely might come down. You don't want to take a chance on that. You want to be somewhere on ground, somewhere away from big buildings, not on 100th floor with your camera out filming explosion. Here in Babylon, people are going to be trembling when they see Yahweh come. And guess what? Listen, Babylon going to be already on fire before he come. And he going to bring that fire. You best believe that. See what else? It says here, verse 4, and whensoever his voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth fell when he filled the fire. This gonna be televised. You don't think that they gonna video Yahweh Shai giving out the order to bring forth that chariot fire to destroy, Babylon? This right here ain't nothing.
וואי, יש שם, זה לא נפילות?
זה נפילות, אבא, זה נפילות. אבא, תרד, אבא, תרד.
תראה.
سقوط صاروخ على تل أبيب.
I'm not going to make this as long. Like I said, I'm at work and I'll probably just go and just end it right here. But this was just something that was on my mind that I just had to, put out. That this is not anything compared to what we're about to witness. I'm going to go to one more and then I'm going to just let the video play out. And it said, at this time, Michael stand up. The great prince was standing for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation. Even to that same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered. Everyone that shall be found written in the book. This is nothing compared to what Babylon is about to experience. And it will be televised. Shalom.